delightful. As you can see, I've pretty much always wanted to be a princess, especially Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, because I thought her character was so strong and independent. The whole story is so touching and magical, and it's actually one of my favorite Disney princess movies. Although Mulan has to have the first place. It's like right here. But then Beauty and the Beast is like just right here, just right next to it, but not quite Mulan, because Mulan marked my childhood in a special way, and it's my favorite Disney princess movie ever. Ever. But there's this Beauty and the Beast right here. And now that they're releasing the live action version next week, of course I had to make something inspired by the story. But it seemed like the characters and even the enchanted rose had been done so many times on YouTube, either in polymer clay or any other materials. So I came up with this resin ring with a simple polymer clay rose inside. I really like the golden color theme in the previews and movie clips I watched this week as research for this tutorial. It's work, guys. So I absolutely wanted to make a golden themed accessory. Don't forget to join the squad by clicking on the subscribe button. Have fun, and here we go! Check out the description box for the full list of materials. First, paint your ring base with some golden nail polish. Then add a layer of clear nail polish and immediately dip your ring base in some golden glitter. Let it dry and add a coat of glaze on top of the glitter. Roll out a very thin layer of red polymer clay. Cut out a small rectangle and pinch it with your fingers to make it even thinner, and roll it on itself to make the center of the rose. Cut out small squares of the same sizes and then cut the top and bottom corners, sculpting the shape of the petal on your fingers. Then roll the top border of the petal a bit and stick it to the center. Keep adding petals by making them the same way and making them a bit larger at every layer. Making sure that your rose is still small enough to be inserted in your resin mold. At the end, you can roll the base of the rose between your fingers to make it thinner for when you will cut it off after baking. Then bake your rose for 20 minutes. Now cut out little circles in very thin polymer clay using a straw to make the loose petals. Flatten them even more between your fingers, then start rolling the borders to add a bit of realism. To make the smaller ones, simply flatten a very small ball of clay between your fingers, then roll the borders like you did for the previous ones. Then bake all your rose petals for 15 minutes. Now dip your paintbrush in water, and then brush it on a brown soft pastel stick before coloring the bottom interior of all your rose petals, and also inside the centerpiece, rubbing off the excess with your fingers as you go. Then color parts of the center and the borders of your petals in the same way you painted the rose. Then add a layer of glaze to all your little petals and to your rose. Now, since resin is very toxic, make sure you wear gloves and a mask and that you have adult supervision. Measure 2 equal parts of both resin components, then pour them into a disposable glass or any other kind of container. Carefully scrape all the resin out of the measuring cup. And mix your resin for at least 3 minutes. Then let it sit for a couple of minutes so the bubbles will rise to the top, and you can then blow them out with a straw, being very careful not to inhale the fumes. Now it's time to pour your resin into your mold, filling it 3/4 of the way. Insert your little rose facing down, push it in with a toothpick and add the petals too. Then I added some golden flakes off camera, followed by the same golden glitter I used to cover the ring base. 4 hours later, I decided to add silver pearlix powders on the back of the ring, but you could use any other color or just skip this step altogether. Then you could add a second very thin layer of resin on top to glaze it, which is what I did since I was making some resin pieces at the same time and I had to mix more resin anyway. But you could also simply add a layer of glaze on top of the powders. Then let it sit for 12 hours before unmolding. Once it is unmolded, you can trim the edges with your Exactoknife. My blade is very dull, but please be careful during this step if you are as clumsy as I am. Then use sandpaper to smooth out the edges. Glue the resin piece on the ring base. Add several layers of glaze to your resin piece to make it super shiny and clear. Then, if you want to, you can glue on some petals on the sides of your resin piece. I decided to add a bit of clear polish and some glitter on the petals. Then add one more layer of glaze. There you go! Now you have your own Beauty and the Beast inspired resin ring. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to watch next week's tutorial to see if you are the winner of my giveaway. You have until tonight, midnight, to participate. So go check out my DIY Cake Squishy if you don't know what I'm talking about and you would like to participate in the giveaway. I hope it's not too late for you. If you're watching this on Saturday, you'll be fine. But if you're watching this on Sunday, then it's too late. I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day and God bless you. Bye. Golden color theme in the you like the golden color theme in the golden color theme in the golden color theme in the gosh, can I say it? Ow, ow, ow.